Hi everyone, today's video is going to help you with workbook pages 115 and 116. Let's take a look at number 1 together. Number 1 says, Kat and Jim each find the perimeter of the classroom door window. So the window right here in the door, they're finding the perimeter of it. Kat says the perimeter is 30 inches and Jim says the perimeter is 60 inches. Who is correct? So in order to figure out if Kat is correct or if Jim is correct, we have to find the perimeter ourselves. So let's take a look at the window. I notice that the window is in the shape of a rectangle. Very good. And in a rectangle, the opposite sides are equal. So what that means is this side, this length of the window is 20 inches. So the opposite side is also going to be 20 inches. And the width of the window is 10 inches. So we know that the opposite side is also going to be 10 inches. Now remember, perimeter is the distance around a shape. And when we find perimeter, what do we do with each of these numbers? Do we multiply all the numbers together, or do we add each of the sides together? Very good, we add the sides together. So over here, I'm gonna show my work, and you can do this with me. So we're gonna do 20 plus 20 plus 10 plus 10. Friends, if you need more time to set this up, pause your video and press play when you're ready. Okay, so we're gonna add up all of the sides of our window. So 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0, of course. And then we have 2, 3, 4. Very good, 6. So the perimeter of the window is 60 inches. So let's go see who guessed 60 inches. It says that Kat says the perimeter is 30 inches and Jim says the perimeter is 60 inches. So who is correct, Kat or Jim? Excellent, very good. So we just need to write a sentence that says that. Jim is correct. Because, I'm going to ask that you pause your video and get this written down and press play when you're ready. Okay, very good. So Jim is correct because, and I'm going to write my equation, 20 plus 20 plus 10 plus 10 equals, what did we say the perimeter was? Excellent, 60 inches. Okay, and that explains why Jim is correct. Jim is correct because 20 plus 20 plus 10 plus 10 equals 60 inches, and Jim said that the perimeter of the window was 60 inches. Friends, if you need to pause your video to catch up to me, please do that. When you're ready, press play. All right, guys, great job. Let's take a look at number 2 together. Now, number 2 asks you to measure each side of the ruler using a centimeter ruler. Or I'm sorry, each side of the rectangle. Let me just start again, sorry. Number 2 asks you to measure each side of the rectangle using a centimeter ruler. I happen to have a ruler at home, but you might not, and that's okay. If you do have a ruler at home, please pause the video and measure each side, okay, and label them. And if you don't have a ruler, just measure with me. Okay. So the top part is, you can see that, 9 centimeters. So I'm gonna write that on my line. The next part, the next side I should say, is, I start at my 0 and I measure up to 3 centimeters. Okay. I know that when I'm working with a rectangle, the opposite sides are equal, but I'll show you. Okay, this side is 9 centimeters. And then again, the opposite sides will be equal, but we can check just in case. 3 centimeters. Perfect. Okay, so friends, please remind me, how do I find the perimeter? Remember, is the perimeter the distance around the outside of the shape, or is the perimeter the space inside the shape? Very good. The perimeter is the distance around the outside of the shape. I would like you to pause your video, press play once you've found the perimeter, and we'll check together. Okay, friends, great job. So I hope that you set up an addition problem over here, adding up each of your sides. And I'm going to do it this way. I know 9 plus 9 is a double, 18. Plus, I know that 3 plus 3 is also a double, 6. Okay, oops, I'm going to scoot this up. Okay, so 8 and 6 is 14. Carry my 1, 24. So I'm going to say P for perimeter equals 24. Oh, and I almost wrote inches, but it's centimeters. Okay, friends, great job. Make sure you've shown your work somewhere on your page. Okay, let's take a look at number 4 together. Number 4 says, Lee's rectangular pencil box has side lengths of 4 inches and 9 inches. What is the perimeter of Lee's pencil box? So they didn't give us a picture here, so I'm going to draw one so that it's easier for me to see and then easier to solve. So right here it says that Lee's pencil box is a rectangle. So I'm going to ask that you draw a rectangle as neatly as you can on your paper. Okay, and then it says that the side lengths are 4 inches and 9 inches. So my shorter sides are going to be 4 inches, right? And then my longer side is going to be 9 inches. Remember, when we have a rectangle, the opposite sides are equal. So if this side is 4 inches, then this opposite side is 4 inches. If this long side is 9 inches, then the opposite long side is 9 inches. Okay, friends, you know how to find the perimeter. So I'm going to ask that you pause the video and press play once you've found the perimeter. Okay, friends, great job. I'm not gonna go through the answer with you because you should have added up all your sides together and your choice should have been here. If the answer that you found doesn't match one of the choices here, then you need to go back in and check to make sure that you added your numbers correctly. Let's take a look at number 5. I'm just going to fold my paper so it's easier to see. Okay. Number 5 says that Isabel makes a rectangular drawing on paper. The rectangle has side lengths of 3 inches and 5 inches. What length of yarn does Isabel need to make a border around the edge of her drawing? So friends, I'm going to ask that you pause the video and draw a picture that shows Isabel's rectangle. When you're ready, press play. Okay, friends, great job. I'm going to do mine on here since I don't have a lot of room. So I'm going to draw a rectangle, okay, and I'm going to label it 5 inches. Remember, the opposite sides are equal, and 3 inches. Okay? We want to know what length of yarn does Isabel need to make a border around the edge of her drawing. So a border is something that would go around the outside of the shape. So really what they're asking us to find is the perimeter of the shape so that she knows how much yarn she would need to put around the border or the perimeter of the shape. So friends, I'd like you to pause the video, find the perimeter, and press play when you're ready. Okay, friends, great job. So you should have added up each of your sides, right? 5 plus 5 plus 3 plus 3. Quick math over here, 5 and 5 is 10, and 3 and 3 is 6, and 10 and 6 more is, very good, 16. And don't forget your label, inches, right? So on your line, you would write 16 inches. IN for inches is fine. Okay, friends, we are going to skip down to number 7. I'm sorry, we're going to skip down to number 8. I'm going to fold this so 7 is in the way. Okay, so here's number 8. All right, so let's take a look at number 8 together. Number 8 says, write a multiplication equation that could be used to solve 12 divided by 6. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a picture to help me solve 12 divided by 6. So we know that when we're dividing, we could use lots of different strategies, right? We could use repeated subtraction, we could use fair share, we could use equal groups. I am going to use fair share to solve this question. So what this means is I am going to create 6 equal groups. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And remember, when you're dividing, you're starting with the total, or the whole. So I'm taking my 12 and I'm dividing it into 6 equal groups. That means that each group will have the same number. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Fantastic job. If you need time to catch up with me, please pause your video and do so. Okay, friends, great job. So the question is asking us to write a multiplication equation. So remember, we can use our picture to help us write a multiplication equation. So when we multiply, we're talking about how many groups we have times how many in each group. So how many groups do we have? Let's count them up to check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very good. So we have 6 groups of how many? Or how many are in each group? Very good. 2, right? So 6 times 2 equals, if you're not sure, we can count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay? So your multiplication equation is 6 times 2 equals 12. And you can see how it's related to our division expression up top. Okay, friends, we only worked on a few of the questions together. Remember, if you want to go back and complete the other questions, that would be fantastic practice, but you are not required to do so. Mr. Terry will review all the questions tomorrow, so make sure that you watch his video to get that extra practice. Great job, guys.